Hey guys, Aria here. I know it's been a while. I'm really sorry that I haven't gotten any new stuff out recently. Been super busy, as I said before, but I am gonna do a new puppy breed video today because I only covered like 5 breeds in my other one, and I felt like I needed a couple more. And of course, you can always request more as well. I have 4 to do today. 3 of them were requests, and one of them I decided to do just because I thought it was a more unusual breed, and I thought that that might be kind of cool. And it's a lot different than the other ones. So, and I've got music in the background today, so hopefully that works out and you guys can hear me well enough. If not, then we'll have to either redo it or I apologize. But yeah, so I'm gonna get started. But first I wanted to show you guys this right here, which Christina Corruption sent me. It's a tattoo choker with a little bell on it, which is, I think, a fantastic way to do a collar really cheaply. Because you can get these for like 99 cents or whatever, even cheaper on eBay. And then you can attach a bell to it or whatever. And it was just the sweetest thing in the world that she sent this to me, and I love it, and I wear it like every day because you can get away with wearing these pretty much anywhere too. So I decided to wear that and my ears, and that's about it tonight. My makeup. And I wanted to show you my chew toy, which I am in love with, and I'd bite it right now, but I also have lipstick on, but yeah, so that's my chew toy, and dollar store. So I'm telling you guys, even if you are poor, you can do this. So, okay, so today I'm covering 4 breeds. We're gonna go in this order. It's gonna be Cocker Spaniel, German Shepherd, Doberman Pinscher, and Pit Bull Terrier. Okay, so Cocker Spaniel was not requested. This is the unusual one. So I just thought it was kind of a really cool breed, and this breed you can definitely order flopped down bunny ears if you wanted to, and they'd be a lot like Cocker Spaniel ears, I feel. So that's kind of nice because there's a lot of pointed ears but less floppy eared ones, but you can make it work. So, and I've got my little notes here on watermelon paper, which Christina Corruption also gave me. She's the sweetest. So, okay, so Cocker Spaniels. They are the happiest when they are pleasing their masters. So they're really just, they want to make you happy. They have beautiful long hair and ears, so that means that they also need a little bit of extra attention. They do like to be brushed. So if your master is into brushing your hair, that's really cute, and definitely something that a master would do for a Cocker Spaniel. So if you like getting your hair brushed, you might be a Cocker Spaniel, especially, you know, I don't know, I think that's super romantic. That's really sweet, in my opinion. Most long-haired breeds would want to get their hair brushed. Some may not like it quite so much, but Cocker Spaniels for sure. They're one of the calmer breeds, and they're very, very, very submissive. So these breeds are not going to push back. Cocker Spaniels are going to be very, like, I want to do what you say, like, right away. And it's not even the same as, like, Labrador. It's really like there's a master, and master's always right, not like I just want to, you know, it's hard for me to explain, but Cocker Spaniels are very mild-mannered, so they'll do what you want, for fear of angering you sometimes. So you want to be sure that you treat them really nicely, and when you're training, you don't discipline too hard. So if you are a Cocker Spaniel, you might be you might have less of a masochistic side. You might be more like, I want to be punished in a different way. Sorry guys, I'm meh today. But let's see. Yeah, so train them gently with milder discipline. Um, Cocker Spaniels like to be pampered sometimes, and the biggest thing about them is they're cuddlers. They're cuddlers and they're sweet. They were also hunting dogs. They were bird hunting dogs. So that's not to say that they don't have energy and stuff, but they do like to please master and just kind of cuddle. So those are some things to keep in mind for Cocker Spaniels. So we're going to move on to German Shepherds, which was a request. So German Shepherds. German Shepherds are one of America's like top breeds for many reasons. They like, if you guys remember Rin Tin Tin, probably not. That's super old. I had to do a little bit of research, but they're America's hero, and they've been in movies, and they're rescue dogs, and they're police dogs, and they're drug dogs, drug detection dogs at airports and stuff. So German Shepherds are very, very intelligent. All the breeds I choose are. I'm not going to choose a stupid breed. Like, none of us are stupid. But they're incredibly brave. And so that's a huge part of it. You're like, they're the bravest breed, I would say. They are super high energy, so that's something to think about if you're choosing your breed. If you're a chewer and you're super high energy, or you like to talk a lot, or you like to bark a lot or whatever, you might be a German Shepherd, because if the energy isn't let out through outlets like whatever you're doing, because German Shepherds are working dogs, so if you're not working, or you're not going to school, or you're not doing whatever to keep you busy, you're gonna go stir crazy, and you might let that out in barks and chewing up the furniture, or whatever it is you do. So that's something to keep in mind if you're choosing your breed, or if you own a German Shepherd. Be mindful that is an issue. They're not friendly with everyone, and that's something that you can definitely keep in mind. If you're a person that doesn't trust easily, and you have a core group of friends, and like you trust your master, and like maybe some family and some friends, you might be a German Shepherd. They are very wary of strangers. That's not to say that can't be broken if they're trained right or whatever, but it is something to keep in mind. They have separation anxiety like crazy. So they're not, even though they're kind of aloof sometimes, you can't leave them alone for too long. So if you have separation anxiety, this might be a breed to consider as your breed, but and obviously talk to your master about that and let them know, like, you're afraid of being left alone for too long, or I have a little bit of that where I just don't like to be alone for too long. I don't know what it is. I think that's more of my husky thing. I'm a pack animal. It's not like separation anxiety. It's like I crave being around a lot of people. Whereas for German Shepherds, it would be like one or two people that, like, oh my god, if you're gone for too long, like if you're away from your partner for too long, or if you're away from your best friend, or your mom or your dad, whoever it is that you really need to talk to or see, then it gets upsetting and you get anxious. So keep that in mind. I already said that. Loyal to a select few, but very, very loyal. Like, and they're aloof, but they're not aggressive. So they're not really, I mean, they are good watchdogs if you're training your pup to be a watchdog, but for the most part, they're not going to attack people unless they're like trained to do that, like police dogs. But yeah, so that's pretty much it on your German Shepherds. And of course, you guys, if you have any questions, just ask me. Because I just don't want to spend a million years on it. And I'm by no means an expert on any of these dogs. I just did a little bit of research for those who want to relate their breed to their personality. So, yeah. Okay, so on to Doberman Pinscher. I have someone who was very excited about hearing about Doberman Pinschers. So, let's see. Doberman Pinschers are probably, so far from what I've researched, one of the best watchdogs. They are very, very protective of their people. So that is really, for me, watchdogs are a lot more like for real dogs, not puppy players. But you know, some people, I've seen a documentary, not a documentary, but something on YouTube that was kind of like a documentary about someone who I think was a Doberman or something, and they were a watchdog for their mistress, and I guess you can train it like that. Puppy plays a little bit different for me in that aspect, but 'cause I'm no watchdog. I'm a social butterfly, social puppy. But yeah, you definitely can, I guess, especially if it's a mistress with a male dog or a female dog. You can, I don't know. Okay, so but they're also very elegant, very athletic. So they need to be getting out and doing stuff. They're like super intelligent, so you have to. They train easily, but they get bored. So if you don't like entertain them and switch things up a little bit, they might get bored. So for if you if you have kind of ADD like I do sometimes, or you constantly need to be entertained or switching things up, trying new things, you might be a Doberman. They So you need new activities to keep you entertained, and not just new activities but challenging activities. So if you're a Doberman and a little, you might be into more challenging games. Like I hear there are, of course, not everyone that I'm talking to here is a little, obviously. There might just be some pet players, some masters, some, this, that, and the other thing. But in this example, if you were a Doberman puppy and a little girl or little boy in a relationship, you might want to have a coloring book, but you might want it to be a really intricate coloring book with a lot of things to color in, and a lot of, like, you might want to do the picture accurately and beautifully, or you might want to do, I believe there's like puzzle books and stuff, and you might be like an older little, like your age might be 7 or 8 or 9 or whatever. So that's my relation to that. Your owner has to be super strong. So if you're a pup that's gonna push back, kind of like I do, where you need a very specific kind of owner. You need someone who is gonna lay down the law and who's gonna be very, very dominant, like they're innately dominant. So keep that in mind. Not good in cold weather. Important. If you're someone who loves the heat, you could very well be a Doberman. So yeah, cold weather freezes, yes. You're short hair, that makes sense. And Dobermans remain puppy-like for a long time. So even though they train really easily and like they'll know what you're talking about and everything, they still have a lot of energy, and they're still going to be very puppy-like for a while, if not forever. So yeah. So that's it on Dobermans. And last but not least, we've got pit bull terriers. Pit bulls! I personally, like, I have had real, you know, like, animal pit bulls in my life, and I love them. They're sweet dogs. So, a lot of this is from my observation as well as from my research. So, pit bulls have a bad rap. I'm sure all of you have heard. They are said to be like really aggressive, and because of the lockjaw and everything, like they'll, you know, and crunch down on you and not let go and rip you to shreds. That's not true for most pit bulls. Hopefully the rumor has like stopped being such a big deal because there's a lot more awareness about it now. But pit bulls are sweethearts, and so obviously, if you're a human pit bull, you're not gonna have the same issue with the bad rap, because most people, first of all, aren't gonna know about it, I imagine. But yeah, so they do have powerful jaws. However, that's not something to be ignored, but it is something really just train your puppy well. And don't abuse them. Like, you shouldn't abuse any animal or human animal, obviously. This is all, you know, based on consent. But, yeah, so, if you're misunderstood, you might be a pit bull. If you think that you're kind of misunderstood from the people around you, you might fit in a pit bull role. Pit bulls are great with kids. If you love kids, if you love being around kids, playing with them, whatever. I personally do. I work with kids. They're the best. And they just, pit bulls emanate that kind of energy, that childish wonder energy. So they were actually nanny dogs at one point. So yeah, so there's that. Super eager to make friends, so they're not good guard dogs. I mean, they've been used as them because they're scary if they come running at you, but because of they're like buff and like they got those big old jaws, but they just, if a burglar came into your house, they'd show them where the silverware is. So, with a big old smile on their face and their tongue hanging out like that. So, pit bulls are super friendly. They want to be friends with everyone, and they also, masters, keep this in mind, they also have kind of a little dog complex, like the opposite of, no, a bit, I don't know how to describe it, but they think they're lap dogs and they're not. So, girls and guys, puppies, if you like to jump on your master and like kind of knock them over, you might be a pit, because that's super fun. It says they're easy to train, but you need to start them off real quick, because otherwise they can get kind of wary of other people. So start training right away. If you're a pit, start getting trained. I wrote a note. It says firm training, gentle discipline. So you need to be, or DOMs, masters, whatever, you need to be very strict, but you need to also be gentle with your disciplining. So if you're, again, less of a masochist, less of someone who wants to be physically disciplined or emotionally disciplined, whatever it is, then you might be a pit bull, and you might just want to have a gentler type of leading in that kind of training. And again, this is another dog. This is my own observation, but this is another dog that has serious separation anxiety. They are social, like with a lot of people, but they also choose a select few that they really like get upset if they're not around. So keep that in mind, pets. That's pretty much all I have, and we're at 20 minutes now, so I think I'll call it. If you're wondering about the music behind me, if you like it at all, it's Paramore, because I'm an emo kid at heart. No, I'm not, but I love this music. I have since high school. So there's that. And if you have any questions, just ask them below. I'm happy to answer any questions, or if you have any video suggestions, I got you. And if you want me to specifically tell you where I get my stuff, let me know, but I pretty much did, but I can tell you again if you want. Other than that, I love you guys, and I will try to get videos out more consistently, but I also have my job and school and possibly a show soon, so we'll see what's going on. But have a great night, and let me know if you liked the video. Mwah!